Welcome to Long Story Short. I'm Keyshawn Haynes. We have a great show for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, Gary Griffith is back from vacation and out of quarantine, and the sheriff is ready to kick it into high gear.
The commissioner said citizens have become relaxed with the reduced COVID-19 positive cases, and many people are still not wearing masks in public.
And police handed out 22 tickets in the Northeastern Division yesterday to people who were out in public without face coverings.
Yeah, that's right. The police commissioner promised a crackdown on all those not wearing their masks, and as you can imagine, he isn't going overboard at all. Yeah, be your own sometimes. Good, good. Set that example, because more importantly, I know the rest of Trinis are doing the absolute right thing and following the instructions of the police.
One 23-year-old from Barataria was also charged for using obscene language when officers ticketed him for not wearing face covering in public.
You pick up something on the road?
Oh God, how it reached, you know, and that's been the thing of memes all week. The police officer should have never put his hands on that guy in the first place. But all right. That's one incident. Everybody else, I'm sure, is complying.
Well, one customer actually tried to throw away the ticket. Police warned him that if he was going to throw it away, they started to record him and so forth, and warned him that he could be charged for littering. What you got a ticket for?
Aha. Video evidence that we continue to be seen. By the way, I thought all bars were closed and they were struggling. So please, answer Alicia's question. Why did you get a ticket?
Why did you get a ticket?
I had on my mask. I was finishing my drink.
Right. Yeah. So what did they explain to you? What did they explain to you? Why did you get the ticket?
Nothing.
Okay, so you understand what Dr. Avery Hines, Director of SAS and Shade and Information at the Ministry of Health says, right? You understand what he's talking about now, right?
The concerns about some of these places of mixing aren't just off the top of your head concerns. There is scientific evidence, scientific literature that actually supports some of these. And I want to something called alcohol myopia, when we are looking at the level of disinhibition that is demonstrated when people have, as they say, a few drinks in their head, that blood alcohol level rises, the general higher level functions and judgment tend to decrease commensurately, and people then behave in a manner where they don't actually pay attention to physical cues. They don't pay attention to how close people are to them. They don't pay attention to who's wearing a mask around them.
So the Bar Owners Association, boat, more like sinking ship. Do you want proof that alcohol makes you a covidiot? You wanted a study?
What you got a ticket for?
Speaking of alcohol myopia, how on earth did someone think that they could squeeze 76 people onto a boat and no one would notice? Them so is to just leave them at sea. All right, what else is going on? Cinemas have been open for about a week. Folks can see all the latest hits like...
Yeah, so I'm just going to go see Greenland. Apparently I'm the first person that's going to see. I didn't know that, so hopefully it's a good movie.
Theaters across the globe have had to do without the big blockbuster films, and here at home the same applies.
Man, all kind of dregs now. Leave the cinema 2 minutes later and you're like, what did I even just watch? But listen to how happy this woman is to stop sitting on her butt at home eating and watching movies to sitting on her butt in a cinema eating and watching movies.
And now that they've been given the all clear to eat while they're at it, well, they're over the moon.
How long now are you waiting to do that?
Long time. And I am happy that it has started back. Yeah. Not the cinema, yes, but the eating part. That is the whole cinema experience. The hot dog, the fries, the drinks, and you sit down captive for an hour and a half. You can't do that at home.
And you know it's because she has kids or grandkids running around whole day. Yap, and she's like, look, I'd rather get COVID and deal with all that one more time. At least the workers are back out to work, and that is what it's all about. Because again, we are still doing better than most places. Look at New York, the so-called city that never sleeps.
This morning, New York City and the rest of the state are preparing for the next rounds of restrictions. Starting tonight, restaurants, bars, and gyms have a new closing time, 10 p.m. This as schools across the city are also gearing up for potential shutdowns.
I wonder if they have a bar owners association asking for a study. Actually, they're Republicans in New York, so I'm pretty sure they do. Finally, Diwali has passed and Christmas is around the corner, and as much as you may want to gather, please be safe. I mean, you always knew your family was toxic. Now they're infectious too.
The mixing of households, people going from one household to another, even for small gatherings, has been one of the recurring features that has been reported when the question is asked where you've been, who you've interacted with.
And seriously, do we really need Christmas this year? If it's 1 year you don't want to see relatives, it's the one where you definitely put on a few pounds. We'll be back. Stay with us.
But more importantly, what about our players? Darren